Elena Eustache and welcome to my Stars Inside. My topic today is how do you know you're in love? I will share with you my opinion when we come back from our Stars Inside.
How do you know when you are in love?
I'm in love with my music, so that's the only love that matters to me.
When I don't know what to do with myself. When I'm completely me.
You know when you see the unicorn.
I think it's almost indescribable, and I think you know it.
When you can't stop thinking about the person.
We don't. No.
Off the feel and the vibe, and love is right away,
When that feeling in your heart doesn't stop.
It's just a feeling. I think it's just something you can't describe.
You feel the butterflies, you feel like it's the right.
When you go to sleep, you have that feeling. When you wake up, you have that feeling. When you're eating, you have that feeling.
When it happens, it's self-explanatory.
We have a great time.
Oh yeah, it's like, I don't like this, but I like it.
And then I saw these eyes.
And that, for me, you know you're in love.
When things are bad, I feel like you find really where passion lies and where love lies.
She hit on me, and I found out she was a bassist.
It's both an innate feeling down deep, and it's also a choice that you make.
You know when you're in love is when you forget about yourself, when you only think about that person.
Oh, I met him on a plane, and the minute I saw him, I knew I was madly in love.
Unbeknownst to her, on a horse carriage ride around Galveston, Texas, her grandfather had proposed to her grandmother on a certain church steps at St. Patrick's.
When we were on a plane with Delta, we were sitting in coach and they called us over the intercom independently and they said, Charlie Patterson and Christy Hemme, come to the front.
And they were married all their lives and had 12 children. So I took her to the church steps, and there were people on the steps.
They sat us next to each other in first class, and we both knew right away, like immediately, that we were each other's soulmates.
I had her three best friends. I flew them in. I flew her mother and father in. Her mother made a wreath out of sweet olive for her hair. She knew none of this. Her grandmother's favorite song was Edelweiss, and I had a 4-string quartet.
We walked off the plane dating, and we got married 20 months later. And then we have a 1.5-year-old daughter named Charlie Rose.
Is that my dad? We're approaching on a carriage. Tears started streaming down her face, down her mother's face, and I got out, I held her hand, sat her down on the steps, all of her friends and her family there, and I took out a bowl and I filled it with water and I washed her feet and I read Proverbs 31 to her. And 10 years later, we are even more in love than that.
In my opinion, you give with joy to your partner without any desire or expectation back. True love may be hard to define, but the signs to read through love can be clearly seen in every perfect loving relationship. You feel happy, warm in your heart. You have energy beyond yourself. Life is fun and you give unconditionally because it feels right. It makes you feel happy when you make your loved one super happy. This is Dr. Elena Eustache. I hope you enjoy my Stars Inside, and I'll see you next time.